13 towns, 18 days, 54 workshops, 2,000 people impacted, 7,000 kilometers traveled, and one mission, and that is to bring mental well-being and happiness to the mining and FIFO community of WA. Yes, the FIFO Happiness Tour of WA has been locked in. It has been confirmed and we are ready to rock and roll. Now I've got to say thank you straight off the bat to our two amazing partners, two mining organizations and companies who've jumped on board and made this possible. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. Since confirming and releasing our schedule, our tour route, we've been overwhelmed with interest from sites, businesses, and camps who are ready to have us deliver our award-winning 90-minute workshops on preemptive mental health and happiness to their workforces and to their teams. So that makes me very, very excited. And of course, this means the absolute world to me because I was someone in the industry who was suffering. And now, of course, I'm someone who's come back into the industry to influence and create change. And last year, while working with one of the biggest oil and gas providers and producers in Australia, in the lead up to Christmas, I looked around and I saw all these amazing road shows happening. But the problem was that they were all in-house. They were all being delivered to the same company. And that's where we come in. We're hitting as many different organizations and helping as many different people as we can along this tour, during this tour, so that the reach is widespread, so that the impact is widespread, and so that we get this education, these workshops, this awareness, this ability and potential to create and make change to the people that need it most. So, quite simply, this video is about celebrating the fact that we were able to actually pull something like this together in such a short amount of time, as well as handling or posing and answering some of the questions that I am getting asked the most. Now, number one is, where are you visiting on the tour? Now, I've put a link down below. You can download that PDF. That's the partnership document, but it also has the dates and the towns that we are visiting. So like I said, 13 towns, and of course, along that route, there's going to be different camps that we're going to as well. But very simply, our first town is going to be Southern Cross and Coolionobbing, so a mixture of the two. And that's the 1st to the 3rd of December. Mount Marion, which is number 2, 3rd to the 4th of December. And number 3 is Kalgoorlie, 4th to the 6th of December. Lenora and Leinster on the same day, so 6th and the 7th. Newman, 7th to the 9th. Iron Valley and Tom Price on the 10th of December. And then on the 11th of December, we have Onslow. And then 12th, we have Panawanaka. And from the 13th to the 15th, we have Karratha. And then Port Hedland, 15th to 16th. And then the 17th, we make our way back towards Perth, hitting Mount Magnet and Meekatharra. And then on the 18th, we're going to stop for our last day here in Perth and deliver a bunch of workshops to some of the organizations and companies here as well. So question number 2 is, how can we be involved? And this is probably what I'm being asked the most. How can we, as a mining organization that wants to show that we care about mental health and happiness within our workforce, within the industry, how can we be involved in this tour? Well, that's pretty simple. We have 2 options. You can either A, be a partner or a sponsor of the tour, or B, you can have us visit your site, your camp, your organization, your business, your office, whatever. So 2 options, partnership or sponsor, or you can have us visit your workforce. So for the partnership, I've put a link down below to that document, which will tell you everything you need to know about what partnership or sponsorship as part of this tour entitles you to, everything that involves. So go ahead, click through that link, download the PDF, have a read through, and my email is on there. So if you have any questions, if you're interested at all, if you want to take it further, then please feel free to reach out to me and we can get that ball moving. Now for site visits, they can either be for the day, so you can book us for the day and get us to do up to 4 90-minute workshops throughout that day, or you can simply have us come and do a one-off workshop. Which takes us on to question number 3 that I get asked the most. How do we actually book you to visit our site or our workforce during the tour? And the answer to this is quite simple. It's Go check the tour schedule, the tour route. Check what locations, what towns, what sites match up with the days that we've got listed and confirmed for the tour itself. And then reach out to us and express your interest and get something locked in as quickly as you can, because this is purely on a first in, first serve basis. So question number 4 is, what is the usual cost of your 90-minute workshops? You're coming to our site, you're coming to our business, and you're gonna deliver this 90-minute workshop. I'm assuming because you're on the tour, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper, and yes, you're gonna be right, but what's the usual cost? Well, the usual cost of our 90-minute workshops are $3,200 plus GST, and that is if you are doing a one-off. Of course, we do 12-month contracts where you get an option, a smorgasbord of workshops to choose from, and have us come and deliver throughout the year, but the one-off workshops are $3,200 plus GST, usually. Now, question number 5 is, what are the costs of the workshop during the tour? Well, that's a little bit more difficult to answer, because initially the sole pure intention of this tour was simply to get out to connect with as many people, as many businesses as possible, provide our workshops, and really make a dent, really make an impact. We weren't thinking about profit. Heck, I didn't even plan for profit. So with that being said, we have no specific fee or donation request. But also in saying that, the companies that we've confirmed so far for one-off workshops have donated between $1,000 to $1,500 to our Happiness Co. Foundation. Now, number 6, and this is surprising for me, but it's one that I love answering. What is this contribution? What is my donation? What is this fee going to go towards? That's very simple as well. It's going to go towards the remaining costs of the tour, which quite simply are to cover the costs of facilitation, for outstanding accommodation, and for food. With the sponsors and partners that we've got so far, we're lucky enough to have a lot of our expenses covered, but at the moment we're still in the red. So we're still looking for a couple amazing sponsors. For the meantime, we're taking on donations to ensure that we cover those costs. Now, number 7, and the last question is there anything else I need to know if I'm going to have you come to our site and have contact with our workforce? And yes, there is one thing you need to know, and that is that we're going to be filming or vlogging throughout the tour. Now, what this means is that myself and Robbie are going to be taking a bunch of cameras, a drone along with us, and the sole intention, the sole purpose behind doing this is to give people a real raw insight into what mental health education looks like. To give them an understanding, to open them up to the possibility and the potential that mental health and being educated and doing these workshops can be fun. They don't just have to be confronting. They don't have to be dull. They can be fun and engaging, and you can leave it feeling empowered. And that's what we want to do. We want to capture the essence of that and really inspire people to engage with this sort of education. All right, so I'm going to call it a wrap on those questions. Now, if you're a business that wants to be a part of this, to play a role in really changing the industry, and especially the state of mental health within this industry, then please direct message me or contact me on my email down below. And to sign off from this video, I just want to thank you for your time, taking time to watch this. And I just want to express that I absolutely can't wait to rip in, can't wait to head to all these towns and meet loads of people, but most importantly, I can't wait to impact and change lives. 2,000, woo! Let's get it!